You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, from Hustisford High School. Daily Dodge TV presents the high school football game of the week. And tonight, it is a clash in the Eastern Suburban Conference as the Palmyra-Eagle Panthers are in town to take on Horicon-Hustisford. Hi again, everybody. Mike Tronson with you at the football field. I'm joined inside the booth by my longtime friend and partner, Tim Haldeman. Aiden is our videographer and engineer for tonight's game, which is brought to you by our presenting video sponsors, Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Tonight's game is also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Kladowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Silica for your home, Summit Ford, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, Mayville Tire and Service, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, and White Construction. Welcome into our pregame show, everyone. We're just minutes away from kickoff of this game. A beautiful Friday night, very comfortable, maybe one would say even a little bit on the cool side, but we are glad to be here. And Tim Haldeman, it has been quite a while since we've done a game here in Hustisford. Of course, Horicon and Hustisford have been co-oping now for several years, and there's been a lot of talk about that beautiful new facility that they built over in Horicon, but this is kind of what we call a throwback here, I guess, coming over to Hustisford. And I've been doing games here a long time. You have as well. And I go back far enough, Tim. I remember when there were day games only here because they had no lights, and that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, and tell me if I'm wrong, Mike, but these lights are rather special. They come from Old County Stadium, right?
That's right, they do.
Wow. My old brain served me correctly, amazingly enough.
Yeah, I think Glenn Falkenthal went down to Milwaukee in the pickup and hauled a few light poles and fixtures back some number of years ago. But yeah, you're right. These lights are from County Stadium down in Milwaukee. But we've got a good football matchup for you tonight. An interesting one. We've got two teams both sitting at 1-2 overall. Both teams are looking for their first conference win of the year in the Eastern Suburban. Both these teams won their openers back in week 1 and have dropped 2 in a row. We look at the Husticon team. They knocked off Palmyra in week 1, 26-13. And then you look at the last 2 weeks. Tim, their schedule, fairly tough. They played at Mayville in week 2, and they hosted Marshall last week back in Horicon. And you know what? They both were one-score games. And so they were in those games, had a chance to win against very quality opponents. I mean, Marshall's a solid football team. Mayville's been in the state finals the last 2 years. So I don't know if Coach Jason Fiacco has won for moral victories, but you know what? They had a chance in those games.
Well, without a doubt. And I do, but the only thing that I know about either one of these two teams, Mike, as I have been rather busy this week and haven't had a chance, very honestly, to do a whole lot of homework, but I know for a fact that Marshall's got a good football team. And Hustisford was ahead for a rather large majority of that football game. And as you mentioned, it ended up a pretty doggone close game. And they're going to put some points on the board. That much I can tell you. Palmyra-Eagle, on the other hand, they're, if we thought that the Badgers were the air raid offense, Palmyra-Eagle the same thing. I took a look at the starting 11 on the varsity squad on offense here, and they got 4 wide receivers. You don't see that very often in a high school football game. So what does that tell you? One thing, they're going to put the ball in the air, and if the ball is not completed, the clock's going to stop. So we may still be playing at 10 o'clock tonight, Mike.
Yeah, suffice it to say, Coach Quentin Kaufman and the Palmyra-Eagle Panthers, they like to get the ball in the air. They like to spread it out and throw it around. Palmyra-Eagle won its first game of the year, as I mentioned, knocking off Westfield. In fact, they shut out Westfield in week 1, 42-0, before dropping games the last 2 weeks to Johnson Creek and Cambridge. And I was talking with, I talked with both of these coaches on the telephone earlier this week. Coach Kaufman of Palmyra-Eagle telling me that he said, a little unfortunate. They've had some injuries over the last couple of weeks that have hurt them. He said that nothing that was season-ending for anybody, but he said several players were going to be game-time decisions, and he said that's hampered us. He says, not that we want to make excuses, but, it has been a factor. And we talked about the fact that, Horicon-Hustisford with a fairly tough schedule, some very quality opponents in the early going. But, brand new coach this year, Jason Fiacco, taking over for Shannon Miller. Now, Shannon Miller did just a heck of a job over the years when he coached this program. But Jason Fiacco, he went to high school at Arrowhead High School. For the last 12 years, he's been coaching down in the great state of Texas. And he and I just had a blast the other night on the phone. I asked him, probably what a lot of people in Wisconsin would ask him, and, what's it like? What's high school football like in Texas? Any major differences? What are the nuances? And he talked about, these big, giant stadiums that some of these players play in, with jumbotrons and thousands of fans, especially some of the bigger schools. He mentioned that, that the state finals are played at the Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas, which I've been to. It's massive. And we had a good time just, kind of talking about just some of the nuances of what he was doing. And one of the schools he coached at down there was a school just outside of Houston, in the suburbs of Houston. So he said, he says some of that stuff that you hear about or you read about, it's true. And I said, you lived it,
Well, no doubt about it. Texas is a hotbed for football. All you have to do is take a look at the rosters of any D1 football team practically in the nation, because there's kids from Texas all over the place, and it's like a religion in Texas. Isn't that where Friday Night Lights was, the foundation of that movie was Friday Night Lights. So, talk about a culture change from Texas football to Palmyra-Eagle. Or no, he's the Horicon. He's the Husticon coach. Yeah, that's like going from Alaska to Hawaii. Period. I mean, it's not even, not even close.
I caught Coach Fiacco down on the field before our pregame show, and I said, boy, a very, very comfortable night. I said, this is a great fall night. And he goes, yeah, he says, down in Texas, we really don't get the four seasons. He says, you have really hot and then less hot is what you have.
And an awful lot of humidity.
Right.
And we've had our share of warm weather the last 3 weeks in the start of this season here in Wisconsin. But, tonight is a real pleasure for these kids, and they're going to enjoy this. And I would surely expect a very, very close game. Both clubs, as you mentioned, 1 and 2, Mike, and I just think it should be very close. I would tell the folks at home to tune the Brewers up on one station and tune us in on the other. Watch television or however you want to take us in tonight. But big game in New York tonight. Brewers got to start making some hay, Mike.
Yeah, Jason Fiacco told me, he said he thinks that the record for Palmyra-Eagle at 1 and 2 is a little bit deceiving. He says, again, what you mentioned earlier, that they do like to spread the ball around, and they do have some weapons. So he says they played hard, so the record may be a little deceiving. We could maybe say the same thing about Housticon with some of the opponents they've faced, and they've been in 2 one-score games in addition to that game that they did win in week 1. And of course, again, I mentioned that Shannon Miller did a fantastic job as coach of this program, but you know what? Jason Fiacco's infused some new energy into the program coming in here, taking over this year. And of course, these kids have to learn a new system, some new terminology, which is not easy, but he says they've been buying what he's been selling, he and the staff. And he says that he's excited about what the future holds for this program. I mean, we're only 3 weeks into his regime.
Right, Mike, and you mentioned the new system, the new terminology. Everything's going to be different to these young kids. I'm going to turn the clock back 1 week to Camp Randall Stadium last week. Yeah, Wisconsin's got a brand new system, brand new coaching staff. Yeah, they've been practicing in a sense ever since March, spring practice, April. And then, a month for fall practice. But, there's still nothing like a football game. You just cannot simulate in practice what happens in a football game with all the the hoopla, the excitement. You just can't do it. And if you think it's hard for those young men at Camp Randall, those guys are fantastic players and have been fantastic players wherever they've come from. It's new and different to them, just like everything's new and different to these kids too. So, just the fact that they won their first game, I think is a testament right there to itself.
Well, we're just minutes away from kickoff. Right now we want to give you the starting lineups for this football game, and we're going to start with the Horicon-Hustisford offensive starters. And the quarterback is Carter Schwartz, a 6'1" senior. The fullback is Gavin Peterman, 5'9" junior. Also at running back, Isaac Howard, a senior at 6'1" tall, 181-pounder. And at the other running back, Alex Davis, 5'11", 170, and a senior. Wide receivers include A.J. Bushke. He's a 5'9", 163-pound senior, along with Caleb Poplinski, a junior, 6'6", 192. Looking at the offensive line from left to right, the left tackle is Coulter Sleeper, a 6-foot senior, 214-pounder. Left guard, Joe Beavers, 5'11", 167, and a junior. At center is Austin Poplinski, 6-foot senior at 233 pounds. The right guard is Jordan Franz, 6 feet tall, 247 pounds, and a senior. And the right tackle, Hunter Hecht, 6'3", 321, and a senior. Those are the offensive starters for head coach Jason Fiacco and the Marsh Falcons. Let's take a look now at the defensive starters for Palmyra-Eagle. The Panthers, again, coached by Quentin Kaufman. And looking at the secondary, the cornerbacks are Noah Taylor, a senior, along with Anton Temple. He is also a senior. Safeties include Wilson Jones, a junior, along with Xavier Mischler. He is a junior. Linebackers, outside linebackers, Dylan Walsh, a junior, and Brett Johnson, a junior. Middle linebacker is Joey Brown. He's also the quarterback of the football team. He's a senior. Looking at the defensive ends, Dylan Kisley, a senior, along with Xander Garlock. He's a senior. Defensive tackles are Curtis Frink, a senior, along with Jaime Guevara. He is a senior. Those are the defensive starters for the Panthers. The coin toss a few moments ago, it was won by Palmyra-Eagle. They deferred, so they'll kick off, and Horicon-Hustisford will receive the opening kickoff. Right now we're going to step aside. We'll come back, get you ready for the opening kick. Right after this, you're watching the high school football game of the week on Daily Dodge TV.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate, plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
The teams at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service are growing and adding service technicians and auto lube technicians. Work in a clean shop environment with a fun and friendly team that is committed to excellence and customer satisfaction. Competitive pay based on experience, full benefits including health, dental, 401k. Join the growing team at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service. Find full job postings on Facebook or visit either location to submit your resume.
American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full service counseling with no obligation. Your Auto Owners Insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you. Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
The fun doesn't stop when the game clock hits 0. Celebrate your team's sweet victory at the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria and tackle some mouth-watering appetizers, award-winning juicy burgers, or some crispy wings. The Dump Bar and Grill has it all. And with their newest Annex Edition, enjoy more seating for all fans to gather. Satisfy your hunger and get to the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria, your go-to spot for great food and good times. TheDumpBar.com, cheering on all our local student athletes.
Number 33, Brett Johnson, and number 65.
Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman back at Hustisford High School as we get you set for this Eastern Suburban Conference football tilt between Palmyra-Eagle and Horicon-Hustisford. Both teams at 1-2 overall. Both teams 0-1 in conference play as we get set for kickoff in just a moment. Glad to have you with us tonight. Tonight's game brought to you again by our presenting video sponsors, Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Tonight's game also a presentation of McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Kladowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Silica for your home, Summit Ford, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, and Mayville Tire and Service, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, and White Construction. Hey, feel free to send us an email tonight during the broadcast. Send us your name, where you're from, who you're cheering for. We'll be happy to give you a shout-out, and you can email it to sports@dailydodge.com. That's sports@dailydodge.com. And please put Housticon or Palmyra-Eagle in the subject line so I know it's you. I'm actually sharing our email box tonight with another game that we're broadcasting on a different platform. But, yeah, send us an email, sports@dailydodge.com. Let us know where you're from, what you're doing tonight, who your favorite player is, who you're cheering for, and we will be happy to give you a shout-out during our video stream tonight. And as we mentioned, it's going to be Palmyra-Eagle to kick it off. Dylan Walsh will do the kicking. And it's going to be A.J. Bushke back deep to receive for Horicon-Hustisford. And here's the approach by Walsh. Kick is in the air, short end over end kick. It'll be taken right at the 20-yard line to the 25, 30, left sideline, 40, 45, and across midfield and down inside the 45 on the return for Housticon, Isaac Howard. He was one of the up men, actually. And look at this, a great starting field position for Housticon as they're going to open up in Panthers territory at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Nice way to get the game going. So 1st and 10 for Housticon on the Panthers' 42-yard line. Ball over on that left side of the field.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
And the Housticon team will have single receiver split wide and left. That's Poplinski wide to the right. And the quarterback is Schwartz. Will hand it, nope, and they're going to keep it on the ground. And the ball came out, and Palmyra-Eagle saying they got it, and they do.
Fumble on the play.
So a fumble on the play. It's recovered by Anton Temple. And how about that? Talk about a momentum shift in a hurry. That beautiful return for Horicon-Hustisford to start the game by Howard, but then a fumble lost on the first play from scrimmage. 1st and 10 for the Panthers on their own 33-yard line. Wow, that was a quick turn of events, Tim Haldeman.
Who ran that one, Mike? Was it 33?
I thought it was the quarterback keeping it there, so we'll double-check that.
Well, we'll give him 8 yards.
All right. So on 1st and 10, Joey Brown, the quarterback, out of the shotgun for the Panthers. On 1st and 10 from his own 33, receivers to both sides. Now they're going to Now they're going to reset here, and now we have personnel set where they want to go, and this is a keeper. And Brown is going nowhere as he is bowled over and brought down on the play. Andrew Moss, defensive end, 6'4", 190-pound senior, drops him for a loss of close to 2 on the play. It'll be second and a short 12 or a long 11. Take your pick. Those of you watching tonight on Daily Dodge TV can see Palmyra-Eagle in white jerseys and pants, white helmets, purple trim and numbers. Horicon-Hustisford with the gray jerseys, the black pants, red numbers, and some white trim. Second and about 12 after that loss of 2. They motion a man, and this is again the keeper by Brown, straight ahead, 35. Dragged down right around the 40-yard line, and once again he was tackled by Moss, who's made the first 2 stops on defense for Houston. And that is going, they're going to spot it just across the 40 at the 41-yard line. So a gain of about 9 on the play. It'll set up 3rd down and 3. Just underway here in this first period of play. No score as of yet, but it's early. We're not even a minute and a half into the first quarter. We've already had a nice kickoff return. We've already had a turnover. And make it 3rd and 3 for the Panthers from their own 41-yard line, moving right to left. Brown out of the gun. They motion a man. Now he'll set, and we've got a penalty marker down, and it's false start on the Panthers. That's going to cost them 5 and turn a 3rd and 3 into a 3rd and 8 back at their own 36-yard line. So our first penalty of the game. And we'll try it 3rd down and 8. Noah Taylor, the receiver, split wide to the left. Out there as well in the slot is Wilson Joe. Now they change. They're going to put 3 receivers actually on the left side. Dylan Reiner's out there. Brett Johnson's out there. Actually one receiver on the right side. Now they motion
that's got to be a
Jones.
penalty.
And they throw. It's caught by Taylor. 35, pushing his way to the 37, and he gets stood up and pushed back. A.J. Bushke on the stop for Houston, and it's a pickup of close to 2. So we'll call it 4th down and about 6 to go.
The man in motion, Mike, was going forward at the snap. Back in my day, you couldn't do that kind of stuff.
So Dylan.
No call.
This is going to be Dylan Reiner to punt. High floater. And at the 30-yard line, it's fielded there. And to the left side, 35. Little cut back up to the 40, and getting taken down around the 40 was Gavin Peterman on the return.
1st and 10, Houston. Ball at the 40-yard line.
So Reiner's punt was a high floater. Short return on the play by Peterman. Gets it to the 40-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 for Horicon-Hustisford. We are not quite 3 minutes into the game. 9:04 left in the first quarter. McKinstry's Home Furnishings 1st and 10 for Houston. 1st and 10 at their own 40. Moving left to right with those gray jerseys that we talked about. Schwartz, the quarterback, out of the gun, will hand it off. And Howard, left side, 40, 45, and he gets taken down over on the far sideline. It was Joey Brown from his middle linebacker spot making the stop, but a decent pickup for Houston there. Isaac Howard picking up good yardage on 1st down of about 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. Ball's now at the 46-yard line of Horicon-Hustisford. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Schwartz takes the snap out of the gun and gives it up. There's Howard straight ahead. Got a 1st down, 50, 45. And still on his feet, down inside the 40. And finally upended just shy of the Palmyra-Eagle 35-yard line. Another nice run for Howard. He moves the chains. And a McKinstry's Home Furnishings 1st and 10, as that one will be marked at the 36-yard line. Or just shy thereof. 1st and 10 for Houston. This is Schwartz out of the gun. Takes the snap. Gives it to Howard. Right side he goes. And Howard, the workhorse thus far, as he gets inside the 30 down near the 27-yard line. A host of white jerseys there to greet him. That is a gain of, we're going to call that 8. 2nd and 2. So Howard picks up 8 on that play, and just like that, 2nd and 2 from about the 28-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Schwartz takes the snap out of the gun, back to throw. Looking towards the end zone. He's got Bushki, I beg your pardon. Bushki, touchdown, Houston. Carter Schwartz with a perfect throw. A.J. Bushki hauls it in. And with 7:32 to go in period number 1, it's 6-0 in favor of Horicon-Hustisford.
Well, compliment his line, first of all, giving him all kinds of time to throw the football, but it was right on time. I mean, the timing was just absolutely perfect. And the receiver, Bushki, as you mentioned, had him beat by a good stride.
And they go for 2. They hand it off to Howard. Howard's going to take it in easily for a 2-point conversion. And just like that, it's 8-0 Houston with 7:32 to go. First quarter. Let's take a 1-minute break. Back in 1 minute, Daily Dodge TV.
Cheer.
How many yards
cheer
is that?
louder.
28.
Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it's a commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement, online at hometownglass.com.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
And we are back to live action as they didn't even wait for us to come out of the commercial break to do the kickoff.
1st and 10, Palmyra.
1st and 10, Palmyra-Eagle, and they're going to have pretty good field position.
Houston went 60 yards for the score. Took them 1 minute and 32 seconds and 4 plays. Finished off with the touchdown pass to Bushki in the he caught it right about the 5-yard line, took a couple strides into the end zone, and I'll tell you what, the quarterback looked very, very comfortable in the pocket.
He did. He sure did.
That was just downright pretty.
1st and 10, Panthers on their own 31, trailing now 8-0. Houston showing blitz perhaps. Brown looking at the card on his wristband. Now barking out instructions to his teammates. On 1st and 10, out of the gun with an empty backfield, he takes the snap. He goes right side. Doesn't get too far as he ran into a couple of defenders on the right side of the line. He managed to pick up about 2, but it'll be 2nd and 8 near the 33-yard. And again, send us an email tonight, sports@dailydodge.com. Sports@dailydodge.com. We'll take your name, where you're from, who you're cheering for. Put Houston or Palmyra-Eagle in the subject line so we know it's you, but we'll be happy to give you a shout-out on the broadcast. 2nd and 8 from their own 33, Panthers. And this is Brown looking to throw this time. Good protection. Fires it downfield. Got a man. Taylor makes the catch down the sideline. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Palmyra-Eagle. 67 yards. How about that? No flags, and it's now 8-6. Now we've seen a couple of big touchdown passes, and this one comes less than a minute after Houston had scored. 67-yard pass to Taylor. And now this is going to be Reiner to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of the quarterback, Brown. Snap back. Ooh. The hold is down. Kick is up, and it is good.
That's good.
6:39 left in the first. It's now 8-7. Horicon-Hustisford leading Palmyra-Eagle by 1. Back in 1 minute on Daily Dodge TV.
Is selling your home like a walk in the park? If you were in Central Park at 2 a.m. maybe. Chris Kladowski Real Estate. When it is time to sell, be it due to loss or love, growth or downsizing, staying near or going far, there are 3 basic steps. List it, sell it, move on. The steps are made simple by working with a trusted real estate advisor. Our family team is with you every step of the way, making those 3 steps as smooth and fun as possible. Kladowski Real Estate. We look forward to serving you.
Hi, this is Sandy from McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are proud to support all Beaver Dam athletes. While at home watching high school sports, why not be comfortable? McKinstry's is a lazy boy comfort studio. We have sofas, recliners, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Stop into McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and add comfort to your home.
There you go. There you go.
Daily Dodge TV, Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with you from Hustisford High School. We do apologize for the technical difficulties we've been experiencing on our platform tonight. We're working feverishly to get those corrected for you. You haven't missed anything since we got knocked off.
Except for the fumble.
Except for the fumble that just occurred. We have 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. And it is 8-7, Housticon on top of Palmyra-Eagle. If you're just joining us, it was Horicon-Hustisford scoring first, 7:32 left in this frame when the quarterback Schwartz threw a 28-yard touchdown pass to Bushke. A 2-point conversion by Isaac Howard made it 8-0, but then less than a minute later, Joey Brown tossed a 67-yard touchdown pass to Noah Taylor for Palmyra-Eagle. They kicked an extra point, and they're within one. And on that play, to the left side was Wilson Jones. Wilson Jones, a junior wide receiver.
He's got some giddy up.
And he does. And he took it to the left side for a first down at the 31-yard line of Housticon. So right now, Panthers have the football, marching in enemy territory. McKinstry's Home Furnishings 1st and 10 for Palmyra-Eagle at the Housticon 31-yard line. Brown out of the shotgun with an empty backfield. Couple receivers on the left. Now they motion a man. That's Jones. Brown's going to keep it straight ahead 30. He's inside the 30 and didn't get much more after that as he was taken down. There were gray jerseys there right away, including big number 77, Hunter Hecht, defensive tackle.
You said it. Emphasis on I'll tell you what, that boy takes up some space out there.
He's a player. He is a lineman.
Yeah.
He is a football
looks like a
player, and he's a senior, and he made the tackle there with some help from his friends. A gain of only 1, 2nd and 9, Panthers on the 29 of Horicon-Hustisford. They motion Jones again to the right side. Brown takes the snap. He throws to Jones, and he drops it. And it's an incomplete pass. Isaac Howard was there to play defense. He pounced on it, thinking, was that a catch and a fumble? No, it was an incomplete pass. And so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. 2:41 remaining in the first quarter in a 1-point game with Housticon on top, 8-7.
I'll tell you, Taylor probably did the best thing he could have right there in dropping the football because he was just going to get laid out.
And 9.
On 3rd and 9, Brown looking around to the right. Surveying the defense, looks at his wristband again. Trying to decide what he wants on his pizza after the game. Looking at the menu. Now he's ready to go. Takes the snap. Back to throw Brown. Tosses it down the middle. It is caught! Taylor down to the 5. And what a throw in between 2 defenders. Taylor had 2 defenders there, and somehow it got through both of them. And Taylor made the catch for a 1st and goal.
Well, Mike, he had plenty of time back there. He could have had a couple slices of pizza.
He could have.
It's
at the 5.
In the time it took him to throw that football, there was absolutely zero pressure on him. And even a high school kid, when you give him, 5.5, 6 seconds to throw the football, they're going to find somebody.
24-yard pickup, 1st and goal. Panthers at the Housticon 5. This time Brown.
Ooh.
They snapped it back, and
swallowed up.
Brown just got swallowed up and pushed back, and they're gonna loss of almost 2.
I'll tell you what, if the PA guy here at Housticon loses his job, Mike, for some unknown reason, he's got a job right here. He could take my place. When he says swallowed up, that was really good. I like that.
So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 7 for the Panthers. 1:40 and counting left in the first quarter. Panthers trying to take the lead. And the quarterback is actually Jones under center. Wow. He hands it to Brown. Brown will take it in for the touchdown. Palmyra-Eagle. So that time they lined up Wilson Jones under center. He hands to Joey Brown, and Brown takes it in from 7 yards out to give the Panthers a 13-8 lead.
Yeah, a little extra pizzazz on that offensive play right there inside the red zone, and another 6 points for the white-clad Palmyra-Eagles.
Reiner to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Brown, and this kick is up, and it is good.
Just barely.
Just barely, and it's now 14-8. Palmyra-Eagle on top with 1:31 left in the period. Let's take a 1-minute break. Back in 1 minute on Daily Dodge TV.
Okay, let's play Where in the World is Larry the Beaver Dam Pepper? Over the past few weeks, we caught Larry the Pepper hiding around town. You'll need to follow the clues on Beaver Dam Pepper Festival Facebook page. We found Larry hiding in 20 separate places, and you'll need to tell us where you found him. Keep track and enter your guesses by September 5th on the website beaverdampepperfestival.com. Prize package over $150. Come celebrate at the 10th annual Beaver Dam Pepper Festival on Saturday, September 9th at the Park Village Shopping Center, sponsored by Slumberland.
Yes, I did know that it is hard to talk and eat without teeth. Whether it's fixing up what you already have or replacing missing teeth, Preferred Dental Partners can help. You use your teeth every day, all day. Why not make the investment into your health, comfort, and happiness? Teeth can help you improve your confidence and help you enjoy life and food more. At Preferred Dental Partners, we can offer multiple solutions to your dental problems without having to make multiple trips to specialists far away. Call us today to find out why we're different.
Back to live action. Mike and Tim with you. 1:26 left in period number 1. I tell you, we're going to have to start shortening our commercial breaks because we can't get back in time. We're missing kickoffs. We apologize for that. But Moss on the return for Horicon-Hustisford got it out to the 31-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Marsh Falcons as they are now trailing 14-8 in this ball game. And we're still in the first quarter. Got a lot of action already. 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground and straight ahead running. Nothing fancy there, but Isaac Howard got a burst of speed up the middle, got across the 40, and
he got 12.
He got about 12, which would be another first down. Or are they bringing it back?
By the looks of it.
Yeah, they are.
Chop block.
Chop block. I didn't see the flag. Okay, I see it now. But it was I didn't see it initially, and so wiped that one off the board.
Is that a flag right there by the referee? He's got to get a. He's got to.
That's not a very bright
yellow
throw
penalty
that thing
marker,
in the
washer. Jeez.
All right, so that'll back up Horicon-Hustisford, and they're going to mark this.
Should be at the 16.
At the 16,
line.
Absolutely.
By the way, all penalties this year are from the from where the snap occurred. It's
First and about 24. And this time,
Howard, the ball carrier.
Isaac Howard.
Pick up about 3.
And he got to the 20. So 3, almost 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and about 20.
It's pretty apparent already, Mike. Houston-Con's going, with Howard, who really finishes runs well. One thing I've noticed thus far in the ball game, they're going to try to, allow him to get the tough ones on the ground.
Schwartz to throw. Incomplete on the near side. It was intended Diego Rodriguez. He's a 6-foot junior, 157-pounder. They failed to connect, so it's 3rd down and 20 for Houston on their own 20-yard line. 33 seconds remaining. First quarter, 14-8. Palmyra-Eagle leads. 14 unanswered after the opening touchdown for Houston. All right, big 3rd and 20. And Schwartz takes it. He's going to run to the left side now with the option. And, boy, just not much happening there as Howard was trying to turn the corner and could not. And it's going to be 4th down in a punting situation as looks like there was no gain on the play.
Looks to be punting.
So Horicon-Hustisford will punt. Landon Strife does the punting.
That's the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the quarter, so we'll wait till the second quarter starts. Right now at the end of one, it's 14-8. Palmyra-Eagle on top of Horicon-Hustisford back in 1 minute. We'll take a 1 minute break. Be back after this on Daily Dodge TV.
Make adventure happen during the Jeep Adventure Days event at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. Hello, this is Brent Reed offering $5,000 off the most awarded SUV ever, our flagship Grand Cherokee. Looking for a smaller, more budget-friendly SUV? Take 10% off the Grand Cherokee's Mini-Me, the 2023 Jeep Compass. And we didn't forget about our Ram truck buyers, $10,000 off select brand new Bighorn Crew cabs. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and reedchrysler.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We have a great feature available in our showrooms, our digital price tags. They search the internet every day and allow us to adjust the prices based on our competitors. That ensures you are always getting the best deal. If it finds a lower price, it will automatically change our Silica price in real time. These digital price tags are all about saving you time and money. Shop Silica for Your Home for the best sales, service, and selection.
And we start the second quarter with that punt. And no return here for Palmyra-Eagle. They're just going to get away from it, and it's going to take a Housticon bounce inside the Palmyra-Eagle 40 and be downed around the 38-yard line. But as we start period number 2, it's a 6-point lead for the visitors. The Panthers on top in this football game. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with you. Aiden is our videographer and engineer again. We apologize for some of the difficulties we had earlier, but we seem to have rectified those.
Hey, I give Aiden kudos.
Oh, my gosh.
He was figuring it out.
He was sweating for a while there, but I tell you what, he got it done.
He earned his money tonight.
He got the job done, and that's why they have him on staff here, because he knows what he's doing. He had to swap out a power cord is what he had to do. As simple as that. All right, 1st and 10. Panthers on their own 38, moving left to right, second quarter. Brown taken down. He's sacked in the backfield. How about that? And that's just a heck of a play. Casey Grodzinski, linebacker, 6-foot senior, a 200-pounder. He got in the backfield in an absolute lightning bolt and brings them down for a big loss. So it's going to be 2nd and 16, they're saying, after a loss of 6. But that one darn near blocked, and it wasn't. He was lucky to get it off. Didn't get a hold on it, as they're going to mark it inside the 45 at about the 43-yard line. That would be, I think, about a 19-yard punt when all is said and done. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. It's 1st and 10, Housticon. And this is on the carry for Housticon was that Alex Davis? Alex Davis. And he picked up 8 on the play. 2nd and 2 coming up. They'll mark it at the 35-yard line. So a gain of 8 for Davis. 2nd and 2, Housticon, from the 35 of Palmyra-Eagle. Schwartz fakes the handoff. Rolling to the right, throws. It is almost intercepted. Intended for Peterman, and that was batted down. Almost intercepted by Xavier Mischler, the safety, who got back there.
The linebacker didn't bite on the fake to the left side, and then the quarterback with a reverse pivot went to the right side on a quick little out. And, boy, I tell you, that linebacker read it well. He was right there, almost 6 the other direction.
All right, 3rd down and 2, Housticon. And Schwartz will hand it off. Howard, he's got a 1st down and more. Up the middle, he's gone. 10, 5, touchdown, Horicon-Hustisford. 35-yard run for Isaac Howard with 9:33 left to play in the first half. And we're just like that, we're tied at 14 with a conversion try pending.
huge gaping hole on the left side. So credit that left side of the offensive line with creating that hole, and there was no white shirts anywhere to be found.
And they are going to go for 2. So Schwartz out of the gun on the 2-point conversion, hands it to Davis, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. So Davis,
we're done
2-point
again.
conversion makes it 16-14 in favor of Houston. Back in 1 minute, Daily Dodge TV. We off?
I think so. Are we on or off?
1 minute.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
Summit Ford Beaver Dam. We are committed to serving the customers in our community, to bringing you into our dealership and making the buying process easy, fun, stress-free, and memorable. Thank you for choosing us and voting us Dodge County's best place to buy a new or used vehicle. Stop in today for a test drive and to see how we can help you find the car of your dreams. Summit Ford Beaver Dam.
Basically. All right, as we come back, 1st and 10. Panthers on the 1st and 10 on their own 35 after a return by Howard on the kickoff. Again, we apologize for all the difficulties. On 1st and 10 for Palmyra-Eagle. Brown out of the gun. The toss. Left side. Reiner tried to cut up the middle and got across the 35 to about the 37. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 coming up for Palmyra-Eagle. Clock running with 9 minutes and 3 seconds to go until intermission. 16-14. Houston on top, but the Panthers have the football, trailing by only 2. Brown out of the gun, looking to throw on 2nd down.
Ooh.
Dropped.
Hit him in a bad place, right between the 2 and the 1.
Dylan Walsh, the intended receiver, and there was a defender nearby, but that's a catch that I think he'll tell you all day long, all night long, he should have had.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 3rd and 8 coming up for the Panthers. This clock stopped, 8:47 to go in the second. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman at the field. Aiden is our videographer and engineer. He's really earning his money tonight, folks, with the problems we have. We apologize. And on 3rd down, here comes pressure. Brown is going to be sacked. And this is going to be a punting situation for the Panthers. And how about that Houston defense coming up big there once again. Down by Palmyra-Eagle, just shy of midfield at the Horicon-Hustisford 47. I was just told by our engineer and videographer, Aiden, that don't take any more commercials. That's being part of the problem, I guess, with our... Oh, my goodness. We're hanging on by a thread here, folks, with our computer tonight, and that's what's causing the problem. We'll do the best we can. 1st and 10 for Horicon-Hustisford at their own 47. Marsh Falcons moving right to left with a 2-point lead. They give it to Buschke. He's going to keep it on the ground, left side, 50. And he's ushered out of bounds on the near side. Anton Temple was there to make sure he wasn't going to do any more damage, but he was still able to pick up a decent chunk on that McKinstry's Home Furnishings 1st and 10.
He got about 8 yards around this the left side over here, and I'll tell you, he tried to duck inside a couple of times, but just read his blockers well. And hey, almost 8 yards on the game, brings up 2nd and almost 3, man in motion.
Play action. Schwartz fakes the throw, and that was very close to being a lateral because the intended receiver, Bushke, his back was to the quarterback. He never knew the ball was coming at him. And from our angle, Tim, that was very close to being a lateral and a live ball, but they called it an incomplete forward pass. And if it was a forward pass, Tim, barely.
I'd like to see that one on instant replay.
We're lucky we're even on the air right now, so don't worry about instant replay.
Good point.
It's 3rd and 2. Houston now at the 46 of Palmyra-Eagle, I should say. Snap back to Schwartz, hands it off. Howard spinning, breaks a tackle.
Move.
Yeah, he broke a tackle, got inside the 45 and close to the first down marker.
Close.
This is going to depend on the spot here. But, I mean, he's very close to that first down marker.
I'm going to say he's a stripe of the football short. Oh, yeah, he's short.
Well, from where they spotted it, yes, he is short. Short by about half a yard or so.
Oh, they're going to bring the chains in.
Oh, here we go. Let's measure it and make sure.
First time this year we've had a measurement on the air, Mike.
7:19 to go in the first half. 16-14. We have
they gave it to him? Oh, they gave it to him.
Boy, the PA announcer just said 4th and inches, but they're moving the chains. So which is it?
Well, now they move the football ahead.
Yeah.
They got 1st and 10.
Okay, it's 1st and 10.
Ooh. I'll bet the Palmyra coach over there is trying to get an explanation of that one. Yeah, they moved the ball ahead a good length of the football.
All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 44, and the handoff. This is Davis. Straight ahead, gets inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. White jerseys there to greet him, including Brown. Curtis Frink was there. 6:40 and counting left in period number 2. 2-point game. 2nd and about 5, a little less than that. We'll call it the 38-yard line of the Panthers. Howard and Davis either side of
timeout.
Schwartz, and a timeout's being called by Horicon-Hustisford. Coach Jason Fiacco wants to talk things over. So we have a timeout with 6:23 to go until halftime. We'll keep it here. Our game tonight brought to you by our presenting video sponsors, Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Tonight's game also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Kladowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Silica for your home, Summit Ford, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, and Mayville Tire and Service, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, and White Construction. And I was talking on the WBEV morning show this morning with Wade Bates about the smell of the popcorn here in the press box at Hustisford. Well, apparently somebody was listening because this nice lady came up to me before the game, brought me a bag of popcorn. I was so touched by that. And I can smell it right now.
Yes.
On 2nd down, this is, I believe that was Davis. Yep, Davis, the ball carrier. And did he get enough? He did. It was a 2nd and about 4. They're moving the chains. So
I'm calling Wade next week on Friday.
You are? Huh?
Yeah. Where are we going next week? I have no idea.
We're doing the Waterloo Marshall game next week.
Oh,
yeah. I forgot to message you. Yeah, I forgot. So
I'm always the last one to know.
That's true. 1st and 10. Houston on the Panthers 33. Back to throw Schwartz. Little cross out to the near side.
Oh, my.
Wide open
that was a touchdown.
Peterman, and he was not able to haul that one in. And you're right, Tim. He had a lot of real estate out there, wide open.
There was one white shirt and one gray shirt to block him, and the receiver would have just walked into the end zone.
Wow. 5:53 to go until halftime.
I'd come back to that one.
Single receiver wide to the left. Two backs on either side of Schwartz out of the gun. Hands it off. Howard breaks a tackle. Left side.
Oh, my.
He's going to get to the 20. Cut back inside the 20 before he's flung down around the 17-yard line.
Wow, that was one great run,
It was
Mike.
a gain of about 16 or so on the play.
Holy smokes. He changed his field of direction there, and he cut back to his right. And, wow, I mean, he cut back on a dime and eluded a bunch of would-be tacklers. That was really great.
16-yard pickup on McKinstry's Home Furnishings, 1st and 10 for Horicon-Hustisford from the 17. And the give is to Davis. And he gets down inside the 15. Pushing his way towards the 14, and we'll see where they spot it. But he did pick up almost 4 on that play, so we'll call it a 2nd and 6. And the ball right now at just around the 14-yard line. Under 5 minutes to play in the half. Houston up 2, looking for more. And the play fake by Schwartz. He's going to throw. It is bobbled and caught. Moss, and he gets to the 5. I tell you, Andrew Moss bobbled it, but stayed with it, hauled it in with defenders right there. And he gets to the...
I'm going to say about the 3.
Let's see
Maybe
here.
Inside. Yeah, it's about the 3, I think.
Yeah, that looks like the 5.
Oh, maybe it's the 5.
Yeah, it's the 5-yard line. So he picked up a good 8 yards in a 1st and goal for Houston on the 5. And on a 1st and goal play, one receiver wide to the left. Schwartz has it. He's going to take it himself. And he will be dragged down at the line of scrimmage by Brown for no gain on the play.
By the way, 8 players from Palmyra-Eagle going both ways.
Yes.
7 for Houston. These kids will be tired by the end of the night.
Yes, they will. Rapidly approaching halftime. Under 4 minutes left. 2nd and goal, Houston from the 5. Schwartz out of the gun. This time gives it to Howard. There's a hole on the left side. He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Horicon-Hustisford. 5-yard run for Howard. That's his 2nd touchdown run of the game. 22-14 with a conversion try pending.
I'll tell you that offensive line for Houston, Austin Poplinski at center, right guard, Jordan Franz, left guard, Joe Beavers, left tackle, Coulter Sliper, and the right tackle is Hunter Hecht.
And here comes the 2-point conversion try. And the give to Davis. He's in on the right side easily. So Davis with a 2-point conversion. And it's now 24-14, Horicon-Hustisford on top of Palmyra-Eagle. Are we able to take a quick break, Aiden, or how are we doing? He doesn't know.
We can try.
Well, you want to try a 30-second break here? This is Daily Dodge TV.
If this heat has you realizing it's time to upgrade your home's air conditioning, don't waste another minute or another dollar on wasted energy. Call Surefire today to see how much you could save with a new, high-efficiency Lennox air conditioning system. Stay cool and stay calm knowing Surefire is here for you with 24/7 customer service. Call us at 920-485-4883 or visit us online at surefireinc.com.
All right, well, we survived that commercial break, and we are back. Mike and Tim and Aiden with you at Hustisford High School. Here's the kickoff, and it's a squib kick, and taken to the 31-yard line, and a very short return out to about the 37. That was Lucas Skelton on the return. 3:39 remaining until halftime.
I have played one of every spot, so.
First and 10 for Palmyra-Eagle.
Mike, I've played one of every spot, so.
So it's a 1st and 10 for Palmyra-Eagle. And the ball right now at the 37-yard line of the Panthers. Brown out of the gun. Takes the snap, running to the near side, being chased, and he will be brought down for a loss. And there is Mr. Moss again. We've called his name several times on defense throughout this first half.
Great pursuit. Quarterbacks with showing some great quickness tonight, trying to get the right edge and just wouldn't let him get there.
Loss of 7 on the play. 2nd and 17 Panthers as we approach the 3-minute mark and counting of the first half. 3:07 to be exact and ticking. 24-14 Palmyra-Eagle with the ball but trailing Horicon-Hustisford.
You hold him here and you might want to start using a timeout.
Brown trying to get some instructions.
Timeout.
And yes, a timeout is being called, this time by Palmyra-Eagle, so we're going to keep it right here. Yeah, you mentioned earlier, Tim, kind of off the cuff, but next week, the Daily Dodge TV Game of the Week is going to Marshall, and it'll be Waterloo at Marshall. Big matchup in this same Eastern Suburban Conference. We'll be on the air, God willing, 6:40 with a pregame show next Friday night, September 15th, and the kickoff is at 7. And now we say that tongue-in-cheek because we've had some difficulties tonight with our broadcast equipment, so we do apologize for that. But
I don't think I'll be running your show.
Aiden, our engineer, says, I don't think I'll be. Well, it's not your fault this has happened tonight, but he's already resigned himself. He's going to get knocked off the. Oh, my goodness.
Every time I ran a show by myself, something will happen.
He says that every time he runs the broadcast by himself, something happens.
This
so.
is the second time, and I only had 2 games by myself.
I tell you, we could write books about this stuff, folks. We could. But thanks for hanging with us as we approach halftime. All right, after the timeout, 2nd and 17 Panthers. And a quick throw by Brown. He is caught out there on the left side at 40, down the sideline, ushered out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Making the reception, Dylan Walsh. And let's see, he got a pretty good chunky yardage there.
He is just short of the.
Oh, they're marking him back a little
down.
further than I thought. Yeah, because they say he stepped out back at the 43-yard line. But it still turns that 2nd and long into a 3rd and much more manageable 6. Maybe less than that, actually. 3rd and maybe about 5, or short 5, long 4. Take your pick. Ball's at the 43. Brown to throw. Throwing near side, incomplete. Overshot the intended receiver. That was Anton Temple out there. He was being covered very well by Isaac Howard, the linebacker. And it's a 4th down situation with 2:42 remaining until halftime.
Risky decision to go for it and not get it right here. And that's the way it appears. Oh, timeout.
And we do have a timeout called by the Panthers with 2:42 remaining. You know, one of the things I've always liked about this field coming here to Hustisford is, and you can probably see it maybe in the camera shot. We hope you can see it. There's a hill back there on the behind the visiting bench, and you see people that bring their blankets in lawn chairs and will sit up there and watch the game on the grassy hill. And just one of the unique things about this field that I've always loved. The lights we talked about here, the lights are originally from Milwaukee County Stadium. I was telling Coach Fiacco even about how back in the day there were no lights here and there was day games. And he said they played Saturdays. And I said, no, they usually played Friday afternoons at like 4 or 4:30. I said, We used to love that. We'd do a doubleheader game. We'd have the first game at 4:30 in Houston and then send a crew out somewhere else to do a second game. All right, 4th down, and they're going to go for it, it would appear. Trailing in this game by 10. They're going to try and draw them offside, maybe. They're going to try and draw them off. They're not going to snap the ball, are they? Yep.
Called another timeout.
They did. So as soon as they lined up, it became evident that they did not have any intention of snapping the football as they called their timeout, their last of the half, by the way. They were just trying to see if they could draw Horicon-Hustisford offside, turn it in maybe to like a 4th and 1 or less than 1, and then go for it possibly. So I imagine now they're going to kick it, to punt it away with 2:42 to go in the half. Looking at these the schedules for these two teams, the Palmyra-Eagle squad, they go home next week and will entertain Marquezan at 7 o'clock.
Ooh, that's a long trip.
And then in 2 weeks, Palmyra-Eagle visits Waterloo on Friday night, September 22nd. Housticon, they're on the road the next 2 weeks. At Clinton next Friday night, 7 o'clock start, and then at Cambridge the following week on September 22nd. All right, 4th and 6. Reiner back to punt it, but there's nobody back deep.
The referee.
For Horicon-Hustisford. Yeah, the referee's back. That's it. There was nobody back for Housticon, and that takes a good Palmyra-Eagle bounce inside the 10, down to the 5, and inside the 5. It'll be downed right there. Now, why did they not put somebody back? I mean, hindsight's 20/20, I guess. But I'll question that because it worked in Palmyra-Eagle's favor as the ball down in the shadow of the goalpost. 1st and 10 coming up for Horicon-Hustisford. And they're going to have it inside their own 5-yard line. 2:31 remaining until the break. It's waiting for him to spot the ball. They had to get a new football.
They have to get the offensive football from the offensive team. Still my biggest pet peeve in all of high school football.
1st and 10 from the 3.
Never figured that one out.
McKinstry's Home Furnishings, 1st and 10. And Schwartz fakes the handoff. Looking to throw across the middle. Caught! And what a great catch that time made by Caleb Poplinski coming across the middle. And that's going to give him a little more breathing room as Poplinski takes it from the 3-yard line out to the 20 for a gain of 17. And that's the way you get yourself out of the shadow of your own goalpost.
Just when everybody thought that they would run 3 into the line and call it good for the half.
They did not.
Hey, why not? And I don't think Palmyra's got any timeouts left.
They do not. They're out of timeouts. 1st and 10 from their 20. This time they'll keep it on the ground. This is Davis running to the near side. 25 across the 20. Breaking tackles, but now he's finally brought down on the play by Brett Johnson, the outside linebacker.
Palmyra-Eagle is in that prevent defense. It's called prevent you from winning. I've always thought that. Why are you in a prevent defense with over a minute and a half to go? And all it takes is one play, and you give these guys all kinds of room out here to
2nd and 3 after
moves.
A gain of 7. Schwartz back to throw.
Oh, baby.
Look at this one. Caught! Left side. This is Davis. 50, 40, and he had one man to beat, and he could not beat him.
Wow, that was a cute play.
Davis dropped down by Wilson Jones, but what a play that was.
Man, you folks at home, you were treated to a real play. And what a deke by the quarterback. He did a couple reverse pivots back there and eventually ended up throwing it to the guy that he faked the ball to the first time. I think. I'd love to see that one again. That was a real – that's when you draw up in the sand, Mike.
1st and 10. Horicon-Hustisford on the Palmyra-Eagle 40-yard line. Schwartz rolling to the right. Now steps up, runs with it. 40, 35, and gets to about the 30. Close to another first down. as he was tackled on that play by Temple. Beg your pardon. Yeah, Walsh it was. Walsh. Second and less than 1. 49 seconds and counting left in the second quarter. And I tell you, the Houston already up by 10. They want more. They want to get this lead even more going into the locker room. On first and, well, I guess they call it the second and 1. I beg your pardon. Intercepted! Temple. Across the 40. Outside 45, 50. Down the left side 40, 30, 20, goodness. 10, 5. Touchdown, Palmyra-Eagle. Anton Temple takes it all the way to the house. An interception returned for a touchdown by Temple. And it's now 24-20 with 19 seconds left in the first half. Oh, my goodness.
Mike, we're going to call it about 80 yards.
I would say
he
it's
caught
close
it
to
right
80
about
yards.
the 20.
Are you kidding me? No, we're not. That is a huge jolt for the Panthers, as Reiner will attempt the extra point to make this game a 3-point contest. Plenty of leg. Kick is up, and it is what?
He said no good.
They said no good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't see anything signaled, so the extra point fails, but with 19 seconds left in the first half, it's now Horicon-Hustisford 24, Palmyra-Eagle 20. And what a stunner that was, as Houston marching right down the field, looking like they're going to add to their 10-point lead. And Temple with a monstrous play, approximately an 80-yard interception return for a touchdown. And we've got a 4-point game as we are near halftime.
Well, Mike, come Sunday, it's the first weekend of NFL football, and you got all these pundits. What do they call them? Talking heads, I guess. That's
something
what they call
like
them. Yeah. And these guys are going to tell you all of the parts of the game that are going to be very important. Well, turnovers is one of those, always. Well, Houston with a fumble on their first possession of the ball game, and now right here at the end of the first half, interception returned for a touchdown. So
here's the approach and the kick. Going to be fielded around the 24. Oh, look out. That was bobbled. And trying to see who that was. That was Landon Strife, who bobbled it. And it's like, that's a live ball. You got to be careful. And he pounced on it as the white jerseys were starting to arrive on the scene. First and 10 for Horicon-Hustisford from their own 25-yard line. 16 seconds remaining in the half. And I'm wondering here at this point, Tim, if you don't just take a knee and go into the locker room with your 4-point lead.
Well, I would think so, but one never knows.
And they're not going to do that. They're going to hand it off to Howard as he gets across the 30, 35, 40, and out to about the 41.
Timeout called.
And yes, they will call their last timeout of the half. They had already used 2.
No sense keeping it in your pocket heading to halftime.
That's it. And again, this is only one half of football, but from what I've read and in talking with Coach Jason Fiacco and watching what we're seeing here, that's Coach Fiacco's style. That's he's going to be aggressive, and he wants this team to play to win and not to lose. He wants them to be aggressive. 8 seconds left in the half. Well, this has been fun up to this point. Entertaining first half of football here in Hustisford tonight. I cannot wait to go broadcast a game at that new facility in Horicon. And hopefully we'll get that chance down the road. But as I said, it's still fun to come here, a place that I've been coming to for a lot of years. You have too, Tim. And
yeah, we used to have to climb a ladder.
We used to have to climb a ladder to get up here in the present. Those
was
days are
I
long
glad
gone.
to see those stairs
Good
today.
to see Glenn Falkenthal, the AD, here tonight. Haven't seen Glenn in a while. And they'll keep it on the ground. This is Davis across the 50. He's to the outside 40. He could go. Breaks a tackle. 30. Breaks another tackle. 25. And down near the 21 as time expires.
He should have gone out of bounds.
Oh, my. I mean, crazy end to this half. I tell you, for a moment it looked like he might take it to the house on the last play of the half. But Palmyra-Eagle brings him down just shy of the 20, but he broke at least 2, if not 3 tackles, zigzagging his way down the field.
Well, he had an option to go out of bounds at about the 30, and, cutting back, hindsight, it didn't look like he was going to be able to go all the way. There was a lot of traffic there, and if he'd have gone out of bounds, they'd have had a crack from 30 yards away. But, I don't blame him. I'd have probably done the same thing. I'd have been crushed at the line of scrimmage. What am I talking about?
I'm Mike Tronson. That's Tim Haldeman. Aiden is just off the screen to your left there. Halftime has arrived here at Hustisford. And at the break, we've got a 4-point game. 24-20, Horicon-Hustisford leading Palmyra-Eagle. Tell you what we'll do. We need to take a breather. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the first half. We'll run down the scoring summary. And we'll do that right after this break. Let's take a 3-minute break on Daily Dodge TV.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate, plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
The teams at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service are growing and adding service technicians and auto lube technicians. Work in a clean shop environment with a fun and friendly team that is committed to excellence and customer satisfaction. Competitive pay based on experience, full benefits, including health, dental, 401k. Join the growing team at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service. Find full job postings on Facebook or visit either location to submit your resume.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
The fun doesn't stop when the game clock hits 0. Celebrate your team's sweet victory at the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria and tackle some mouth-watering appetizers, award-winning juicy burgers, or some crispy wings. The Dump Bar and Grill has it all. And with their newest Annex edition, enjoy more seating for all fans to gather. Satisfy your hunger and get to the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria, your go-to spot for great food and good times. TheDumpBar.com, cheering on all our local student athletes.
Cheer! Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it's a commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement, online at hometownglass.com.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
And we welcome you back to Hustisford High School, halftime of this Eastern Suburban Conference tilt. At the break, we've got a tight one. It's 24-20. Horicon-Hustisford leading the visitors from Palmyra-Eagle. Mike Tronson alongside my good friend and partner Tim Haldeman. Aiden is our engineer. And once again, we thank our presenting video sponsors that make this broadcast possible. And they are Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. We also want to thank all the other partners that have sponsored this game tonight. They include McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Kladowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Silica for Your Home, Summit Ford, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, and Mayville Tire and Service, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, and White Construction. So a 4-point game at the break, and we want to thank those of you that are tuned in for staying with us throughout the technical issues that we had during the first half tonight. We're doing our best to keep this one on for you, and boy, my goodness, it's a tight one, as we said, 24-20, and boy, I tell you, just the way things, Tim, can change on a dime. What are you looking at? You know you're on camera, by the way.
What's that?
Who are you looking at?
Friend of mine.
Friend of yours, okay.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting how things will change on a dime sometimes, Tim. Horicon-Hustisford late in the half, up 10, driving deep in Panthers territory, thinking, hey, we're going to add to this lead going into the locker room. What happens? You blink your eyes. Anton Temple is returning an interception, 80 yards for a touchdown, and we go into the locker room with a 4-point game.
Could have very easily been 17, 16, 17, 18-point difference at halftime. And one would think that Housticon, with a good opening to the second half, could almost put it away. But I'll tell you what, I don't think that's going to be the case. Both of these clubs have high-powered offenses. The quarterbacks can really throw the football. They've got some quality athletes that can receive the footballs. I'm going to say that both defenses probably are not top-rated in the state of Wisconsin. But, they're out there, they're working really, really hard, and they're making the other team work for it most of the time. But there's going to be a lot of big plays in the second half, Mike. It's very exciting.
There were a lot of big plays in the first half. Why don't we talk about a few of them? Let's talk about the first half scoring summary. And it was about 4 minutes and 4.5 minutes into the game when Horicon-Hustisford opened the scoring tonight, when the quarterback Schwartz tossed a 28-yard touchdown pass to A.J. Buschke. Carter Schwartz to Buschke for 28 yards. Isaac Howard with a 2-point conversion, and with 7:32 left in the first quarter, 8-0, Horicon-Hustisford had the early lead. Well then, Palmyra-Eagle, less than a minute later, with 6:39 remaining in the opening quarter, got on the board when Joey Brown, the quarterback, threw a 67-yard touchdown pass to Noah Taylor. Extra point was kicked by Reiner to make it an 8-7 ball game in favor of Housticon. And then with a minute 31 left in the first quarter, Joey Brown doing it with his legs, a 7-yard touchdown run. Extra point this time was good to make it 14-8 Palmyra-Eagle. Flip ahead to the second quarter with 9:33 left in the period, just a couple minutes in. It was Howard with a touchdown run of 35 yards for Horicon-Hustisford, and then Davis with a 2-point conversion to make it 16-14. Horicon-Hustisford back on top by 2. About 6 minutes later, with 3:44 left in the second, Howard again, this time on a 5-yard touchdown run with a 2-point conversion to make it 24-14 in favor of Horicon-Hustisford. And then the last score of the half with 19 seconds remaining in the half. We talked about it a moment ago. Anton Temple returns the interception, 80 yards for a touchdown. The extra point failed, but made it 24-20 Horicon-Hustisford, and that's our score at the break. We've got a 4-point game. Could have been maybe a 16-point lead for Horicon-Hustisford, but no. What do we got here? We got a score update from Sun Prairie East, where Sun Prairie East leads Beaver Dam 24-13. Wade Bates and the coach Tim Ladrin are broadcasting that game on the other video stream on Daily Dodge. Another score here at halftime. Cambridge 7, and that's Lodi, nothing?
Waterloo.
Okay, Lou, okay. I thought it said Lodi for a second. So Cambridge leads Waterloo 7-0 at the break, and here we've got a 4-point game at the break. We mentioned earlier during the second quarter, but next week we have another game on Daily Dodge TV, and that is going to be a big one in this Eastern Suburban Conference. It's the Highway 19 rivalry renewed as the Waterloo Pirates visit the Marshall Cardinals. 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday night. Pregame show 6:40 right here on Daily Dodge TV. And then flipping ahead to the week of September 22nd. My birthday, by the way, September 22nd.
Never would have guessed.
That Friday night, we're going to be going to historic Breeze Stevens Field in Madison to watch Columbus, the defending Division IV state champs from Columbus, take on Edgewood at Breeze Stevens Field, just a stone's throw from the Wisconsin State Capitol. That's Friday night, September 22nd, 7 o'clock kick, 6:40 pregame here on Daily Dodge. And then, in fact, we're going to see Columbus on back-to-back weeks because I believe on September 29th, Tim, we have them at home taking on the aforementioned Lodi Blue Devils.
Oh, all right. That's going to be a good one.
So, yes. Those are what we have coming up in the next few weeks. Hopefully the computer problems are fixed by then. I don't know. I mentioned it earlier, but we got a little off track with the technical difficulties. But if you'd like to send us an email tonight, please do so at sports@dailydodge.com. Sports@dailydodge.com. Send me your name, where you're from, who you're cheering for. We know you're out there, and we'd be happy to give you a shout-out. Put Palmyra-Eagle or Housticon in the subject line. We'd be happy then to give you a shout-out during the second half tonight. But a good crowd here at Hustisford. Very comfortable night. You know, we had such hot and humid weather for a stretch there, but this feels a lot more like high school football. Feels a lot more like fall is on the way.
Kudos to the folks in the concession stand. I'll tell you, the aroma is killing us. It's killing me, Mike.
The popcorn, just that smell, as we talked about, and there's still some left if you're hungry, Tim.
We're on the air.
Well, it doesn't matter.
They're looking at us there.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
so we're not going to eat the popcorn right now. But there is some in the bag if you so choose. Yeah, right. I've joked about that for many years. How the smell of that popcorn machine just drifts right up to the second floor of this press box, and sometimes it's a little hard to concentrate on an empty stomach. Let's put it that way. Even on a full stomach. Well, second half, Tim, and you mentioned it. After what we saw in the first half, probably we can expect more of the same in the second half. Big plays, capable of striking at any time.
I would agree. You just never know. I mean, there was right near the end there with, roughly 2.5 minutes left after a punt down to the 4-yard line, which Housticon didn't put anybody back to receive the punt. That probably cost them 30 yards right there. That 30 yards, they would have loved to have that back. They'd have had another touchdown if they would have put a guy back as a safety to receive that punt. I just didn't understand why you don't do that with 2.5 minutes left. But, hey, that's why I'm up here making big bucks.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
All right, so tell you what we'll do. Let's take another break. We'll come back, get you ready for the second half after this 3-minute break on Daily Dodge TV.
Somebody's going to need a crane to get that poor white hat up off the bench. Oh, here he goes.
Hi, this is Sandy from McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are proud to support all Beaver Dam athletes. While at home watching high school sports, why not be comfortable? McKinstry's is a lazy boy comfort studio. We have sofas, recliners, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Stop into McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and add comfort to your home.
Is selling your home like a walk in the park? If you were in Central Park at 2 a.m., maybe. Chris Kladowski Real Estate. When it is time to sell, be it due to loss or love, growth or downsizing, staying near or going far, there are 3 basic steps. List it, sell it, move on. The steps are made simple by working with a trusted real estate advisor. Our family team is with you every step of the way, making those 3 steps as smooth and fun as possible. Kladowski Real Estate. We look forward to serving you.
Okay, let's play Where in the World is Larry the Beaver Dam Pepper? Over the past few weeks, we caught Larry the Pepper hiding around town. You'll need to follow the clues on Beaver Dam Pepper Festival Facebook page. We found Larry hiding in 20 separate places, and you'll need to tell us where you found him. Keep track and enter your guesses by September 5th on the website beaverdam.pepperfestival.com. Prize package over $150. Come celebrate at the 10th annual Beaver Dam Pepper Festival on Saturday, September 9th at the Park Village Shopping Center, sponsored by Slumberland.
Make adventure happen during the Jeep Adventure Days event at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. Hello, this is Brent Reed offering $5,000 off the most awarded SUV ever, our flagship Grand Cherokee. Looking for a smaller, more budget-friendly SUV? Take 10% off the Grand Cherokee's Mini-Me, the 2023 Jeep Compass. And we didn't forget about our Ram truck buyers, $10,000 off select brand new Bighorn Crew cabs. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and reedchrysler.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We have a great feature available in our showrooms, our digital price tags. They search the internet every day and allow us to adjust the prices based on our competitors. That ensures you are always getting the best deal. If it finds a lower price, it will automatically change our Silica price in real time. These digital price tags are all about saving you time and money. Shop Silica for Your Home for the best sales, service, and selection.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
And we're just about ready to get the second half of this football game underway. Eastern Suburban Conference clash tonight here in beautiful Hustisford, Wisconsin. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with you on Daily Dodge TV. And stay with us because we've got a tight game going into the second half. Third quarter about to get underway, 24-20. Horicon-Hustisford on top of Palmyra-Eagle. Panthers will receive the second half kickoff. They kicked off to start the game after winning the toss and deferring, and here we go. So it's going to be Landon Strife to kick it away. Wilson Jones and Dylan Reiner back deep for the Panthers. Here's the kick in the air, end over end. Taken at about the 18-yard line. And to the near side and getting bowled
nice
over.
Tackle.
That was actually Dylan Walsh. Not Reiner, I beg your pardon. But it was Walsh on the return. And they'll mark it 1st and 10 at the 25, it would appear. So a return of about 7, almost 8 for the Panthers. All right, so let's get this third quarter going with Palmyra-Eagle moving left to right. 1st and 10 for the Panthers on their own 25. One receiver wide to the left. Couple receivers on the near side. And this is actually, is that Jones at quarterback and not Brown, I believe. Yeah, it's number 2. So Wilson Jones under center. And he's going to run with it after a little pump fake. Running to the left side, being chased, and he breaks a tackle. 25, bowls over one more defender and gets out across the 35. Wilson Jones.
He got out of jail.
He got out of jail. That's a great way to put it. He had a get out of jail free card, and he turned nothing into something. And it's not only that, he turned it into a first down.
Wow,
McKinstry's Home Furnishings, 1st and 10, as they'll mark it at the 38. That was a gain of 13 on the play. I mentioned Joey Brown had started the game at quarterback, but Wilson Jones there lining up at the QB spot. We'll kind of watch for that, and looks like they're going to give him maybe at least this series, if not more, at the QB spot. 1st and 10, Panthers on their own 38. Jones, the toss, and that's to Brown. And he will get dropped for a loss. Big play defensively. And that was Casey Grodzinski. We talked about him earlier. 6-foot senior, 200-pounder, and he got into the backfield very quickly. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14 coming up. Minute and 15 gone by here in the third quarter. Horicon-Hustisford leading by 4. Panthers now with a 2nd and long, 2nd and 14. Brown the toss. Takes the toss rather.
Pass.
It's a halfback option. He's going to throw. It's caught. Taylor, 25-20. The defender fell down. 10-5. Touchdown, Palmyra-Eagle. They go 86 yards on a halfback option.
And rolling to his left as a right-handed passer. Very difficult to do, but he was smart enough to stop, square up his shoulders, set his feet. I didn't think he'd going to get that far, but he threw a pass plenty long enough and well over the defender's head, and he just outraced the defenders to the end zone easily.
Taylor gets another one, 86 yards.
Medic by the concessions, please. Get a medic by the concessions.
How about that? And now they're going to line up and go for 2. And Wilson Jones wants to throw. Now he's going to run. He will throw on the run. Incomplete. 2-point conversion fails. Pass intended for Temple. But with 10:25 to go, third quarter, it's now 26-24 in favor of Palmyra-Eagle. Back in 30 seconds on Daily Dodge TV.
Palmyra-Eagle 26, Housticon 24.
At Summit Ford Beaver.
I was just going to say that with Brown in the backfield, be careful for a halfback option. I was just coming out of my mouth, and he squared up the pass.
And making the buying process easy, fun, stress-free, and memorable. Thank you for choosing us and voting us Dodge County's best place to buy a new or used vehicle. Stop in today for a test drive and to see how we can help you find the car of your dreams. Summit Ford Beaver Dam.
And we are back as the kickoff fielded near the 24-yard line and out across the 30 on the near side to about the 33. On the return for Horicon-Hustisford, Alex Davis. Well, I am still just marveling at that halfback option we saw that went for an 86-yard touchdown just a moment ago for Palmyra-Eagle. Wow. And just like that, the seesaw tilts in favor of the Panthers, who lead at 26-24, 10:19 to go third quarter. 1st and 10 on the 33 for Housticon. And they'll keep it on the ground on 1st and 10. And that was a quarterback keeper, Carter Schwartz. And he picked up about 4, maybe. Check the spot.
Short 4?
Yeah, short 4 or a long 3. It's up to you. Take your pick. Under 10 minutes and counting, third quarter. Tell you what, This has been a very entertaining ball game between these two teams, and we figured it might be that way. Second and a long 7 or a short 6. Handoff, Howard. And Howard gets met after a gain of a couple. He picked up that time.
There's a little extracurricular going on.
Yeah, there
over
was
here,
a little bit there.
Mike.
I would say it's a gain of about 3.
I didn't catch it, but all of a sudden, a lot of people getting all excited. And I'll tell you what, a kid that's a pretty good football player is 55. 55 in white. You'll have to help me out there, Mike. I can't.
Dylan Kisley.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Defensive end. Also a left tackle on offense. All right, 3rd and 3 from the 39. And this is Schwartz on the keeper. Got a first down out to the 45-yard line. And so that'll move the chains. He needed 3, picked up about 6 with 8:51 to go. Third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Marsh Falcons at the 45-yard line. I don't know if everybody calls him that anymore. I don't think anybody did to begin with, but I think it's something we called him at the radio station. I know that. Here is a 1st and 10. Faking the handoff. They'll keep it on the ground. Schwartz straight ahead. Gets to the midfield stripe. Brought down at the 50-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it across midfield at the 49-yard line of Palmyra-Eagle. So that is a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 after the gain of 6 by Schwartz. And we'll try it again. 2nd and 4 for Housticon. Now in enemy territory. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Schwartz out of the gun. Takes the snap. Will throw. Caught near side. That is Poplinski. And Caleb Poplinski with the reception. They'll get another first down out of it as they spot it at the 36, a gain of 13 on that play.
And Howard's been pretty quiet on this drive, Mike.
A little bit. He was a workhorse in that first half, though.
Let's see if he gets a touch here.
On 1st and 10 from the 37 of Palmyra-Eagle, handoff, Howard, and just like that. Well, right on cue, Tim Haldeman. There's Mr. Howard.
Been around a while.
He heard you talking about him. They gave him the ball. And Howard picks up 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up at the 34-yard line of Palmyra-Eagle. Clock ticking, 7:17 and counting, third quarter. And we got a 2-point game. Panthers on top, 26-24, but Housticon driving. A little bit back and forth tonight, but it's been very entertaining. All right, on 2nd down. To give to Howard, straight ahead running, breaking a tackle or 2, and gets inside the 30, brought down near the 25-yard line, tackled on the play by a couple of white jerseys.
Tell you what, that Howard kid's fun to watch.
3rd and inches now.
He can make people miss, and then he's strong enough to break tackles too. He can go inside or outside. Nice looking player.
3rd and inches for Housticon from the 26-yard line of Palmyra-Eagle. Schwartz giving it to Davis. Easily got a first down and more. Breaking tackles, left side 10. And still on his feet. And now he's pushed back. Dylan Walsh on the stop. But he needed just a few inches. And he took it all the way down to about the 7-yard line, which is a gain of 19.
I think it's at the 11.
I beg your pardon. That's the 11. Yep, I was looking at the wrong. It's tough to see down there sometimes.
Yeah.
So the 11, which would be a gain of about 15. This is Davis, and he'll get to the 10.
Davis, the ball carrier, picked up about 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, they marked it. Apparently they marked it back around the 12. Now they've got him marked just inside the 10, so very close to a 3-yard pickup there on that play. 2nd and, a long 7. 5:22 and counting, third quarter. Houston trying to reclaim the lead. Snap to Schwartz, hands it off. Nothing doing. Nothing doing in the backfield.
Number 55.
Yep, I tell you what, Howard took the handoff, but yeah, the big number 55 is Dylan Kisley, the senior, and he made sure that that was going absolutely nowhere. In fact, it went backwards. It's going to be third and a long 9.
3rd and 10.
Ball's back around the 12 again. And the give to Davis. Left side he goes. 10, 5. Pylon, touchdown! Houston scores. Davis from 10 yards out. Beg your pardon, 12 yards out. And they've retaken the lead with 4:34 to go in the third.
Yeah, a little reverse action there in the backfield, and he just outraced everybody to the pylon, Mike. As you mentioned, he looked like a bullet heading towards that pylon out here on the near sideline. Kid's got some great quickness. He can run.
All right, so a 2-point conversion try coming up.
These conversions could be the answer to the game, Mike.
On the keeper, Schwartz, did he get in? And he did. Schwartz with a 2-point conversion.
I'll tell you.
So it's now a 32-26 lead for Houston. We're back in 1 minute. We'll take a 1-minute break back after this on Daily Dodge TV.
This could come down to extra
has
points.
You realizing it's time to upgrade your home's air conditioning? Don't waste another minute or another dollar on wasted energy. Call Surefire today to see how much you could save with a new high-efficiency Lennox air conditioning system. Stay cool and stay calm knowing Surefire is here for you with 24/7 customer service. Call us at 920-485-4883 or visit us online at surefireinc.com.
The fun doesn't stop when the game clock hits 0. Celebrate your team's sweet victory at the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria and tackle some mouth-watering appetizers, award-winning juicy burgers, or some crispy wings. The Dump Bar and Grill has it all. And with their newest Annex Edition, enjoy more seating for all fans to gather. Satisfy your hunger and get to the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria, your go-to spot for great food and good times. TheDumpBar.com, cheering on all our local student athletes.
Is in the air and fielded back around the 15 to the 20, 25, and out near the 30. Being brought down there is Dylan Walsh. First and 10 for the Panthers, who now trail by 6, 32-26. 4:27 to go, third quarter. Mike and Tim with you. Aiden is here. Aiden has been earning his keep tonight, let me tell you. Oh, my.
We got our fingers crossed.
I'm going to put him up for a commendation. If I don't know if we have any in the company, but if we did, I'll put him up for one.
Yep.
It's bad enough he has to put up with us, and then he has equipment problems, and, you know. But I tell you what, he's been smooth, calm, collected. He called the right people to figure out how to fix this stuff, let me tell you. First and 10 on the 31 for Palmyra-Eagle. Bat to throw is Jones, and he will get sacked.
Wow, that's a huge loss.
And getting back there, Austin Poplinski on the sack, got back there, and they're going to mark it at the 23, so it's going to be 2nd and 18. Loss of 8.
Second out and long for Palmyra-Eagle. 2nd and 18.
On 2nd down and 18. From their own 23. Jones back in the pocket. Pressure coming. Dumps it off. Incomplete. There were 4 gray jerseys coming after the quarterback. No white jerseys there at all. And he barely got that off in time. But my goodness, the cavalry was coming at him.
Well, you know, it was supposed to be a screen, I think, but there really wasn't too many people out here to block either. I don't know where they all went. I don't know if that play was supposed to go to the opposite side or what, but that something just wasn't.
I don't think I've ever seen that. 4 defenders coming right at the quarterback with nobody to stop him. Nobody. 3rd and 18 for the Panthers. And this is a keeper. Jones, boy, not hardly going anywhere. Boy,
Jones, the ball carrier.
Jones taken down there. After a pickup of 3 or maybe 4 on the play. It's still 4th and about 14, so they're going to have to punt this ball with 3:12 and counting left in the third. Yeah, the defensive line really doing a nice job, especially on that drive for Houston.